Find a squad. I understand you're a real hacker who likes to dox, soon SWAT. But listen here, we don't have time for the cancer.
Has
We
to
the product
booters and buy membership and then
We
hit
like
something
Twitter.
offline. You're so elite hacker, bro.
Let me tell you something here, buddy. Since you're such a fucking mad hacker, why don't you go ahead and show me some syntax about fucking language? Find a squad.
Let me tell you exactly what is going to happen if he happens to get a hold of my account.
Greetings, my fellow anonymous hackers. It is I, the Legion of Society and the squad. Legion of Society squad team. But anyways, how are you guys all doing today? Welcome back to another video. If you guys are having a great day like I am, I'm super smiley. Be sure to drop a like on the video and also follow my Twitter and my Instagram. Both links are in the description. Follow those platforms. I'm always on there. I'm interacting, okay? I'm interacting. And I thought I'd mention as well, I have been seeing your guys' comments about the Splatoon gameplay. You guys all seem to really enjoy it. You guys are like, oh, I used to play Splatoon all the time, bro. Splatoon was my game. And yeah, so I thought I'd continue to use it for as long as I have gameplay. Because believe it or not, I don't actually own my own Nintendo Switch because I'm poor. So yeah, we are just using some random gameplay. But since you guys seem to enjoy the other storytime video I made, I thought I'd make another one, you know, another middle school storytime video. Back in the good old days, okay, back in the Steven era. Alright, I still hate that guy. This story takes place in my 7th grade year of middle school. Very fun time, I have to say. Had loads of friends, loads of money, just loads of whores. Yeah, I'm joking. I had none of that stuff. I played on my computer, bro. And also, I have to mention, like, the time period where this happened. 2014 to 2015, when hacking groups were, like, kind of a mainstream thing online that people talked about. Like, Lizard Squad. I think there was one called Finest Squad. I think that's it. And of course, anonymous hacking, okay? Do not mess with those guys. They will destroy you. And now the reason why I'm bringing up these hacking groups, okay? These hacking teams, these squads. It sounds so lame. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because during my time in middle school, I was, you know, a little bit of a nerd, alright? Not even a little bit, I was a nerd. I was always on my computer, I was watching YouTube, playing some video games, watching some Markiplier Let's Play, you know, all of that greatness. And during school, in 7th and 8th grade, in middle school, there was an hour every single day, I think called Pride Hour or something like that. I mean, it's, I'm not gay. And during this hour, you could go to the gym, the library, you could study, you could go to lunch, you could do all of that, right? But what I would do is I would go to the computer lab. And during this time in the computer lab, I met some pretty degenerate people. Okay, let's just say that. One of these characters I met was a dude named Jim Wim. Now, I don't think that was his actual name, but I did have a couple classes with the dude. And on like every paper, he would write down on the top, you know, where the name is at. Jim Wim. Jim Wim. Okay, that guy was pretty interesting. What he would do is that he would bring flash drives and like plug them into the PC and watch My Little Pony, but the ponies would kill each other. Weird people in the computer lab, okay? But I would basically walk into this classroom, sit down on my computer, sign in, go in some cool math games, sit down, relax, just have a nice chill time. I had some friends with me as well, and we would talk about YouTube. Dude, I was always big into YouTube. But me and my friends, me and my team, we would get to the computer lab and we would chill out. We would just chill out and relax until one day a new kid arrived. And he went by a simple name, a simple man's name, okay? Mordecai. Mordecai was the new kid, and he walked in the computer lab with a smile on his face, very fat, very greasy. His face looked like, you know, like one of the school lunches were just like plastered on it, let it sit, then wiped off every single morning. It was pretty gross, and also he smelled like crap. So in this classroom, the computers were set up on these long tables in rows, and basically Mordecai would walk in and sit right and directly in front of my computer so I could kind of see what he's doing. And also to make it more interesting, there was no one near him at all besides like me and my friends, right? He was in a whole row by himself. But anyways, one day the Pride Hour started, okay? The instructor of the class, just some fucking random, I forgot what his name was. I think it was like Mr. like Van something. I don't even remember. We'll just call him Mr. Vans, okay? Mr. Vans got up in front of the class. He's like, alright guys, it's your Pride Hour. I'm gonna go jerk off. See ya. And pretty much everyone else in the computer lab did what they normally do, except for Mordecai. Mordecai stood up after Mr. Vans left into the room and said, guys, he's gone. And then sat back down. We were all just sitting there looking at him like, is this guy on drugs? But anyways, the class continues as usual at this point. Just nothing really interesting happens. Everyone was like, is this Mordecai guy, dude? Like, alright, this guy. Is this guy like disabled? We're all doing our own thing until I start to glance over at Mordecai because he's basically raising his hands as he's typing. Like I can see his elbows moving up and down. I'm like, what's this guy doing? So I look at his screen and the screen is black and green. And if you know anything about the Matrix movie intro, you know what's about to go down. So I sort of show my friends what's happening. I kind of tap their shoulder and point them over, and they all start to get like really freaked out. Now me personally, I think this guy's full of crap. I'm like, this guy can't hack. He doesn't even know what he's doing. But all my friends are like, dude, this guy is like gonna hack into NASA headquarters. But not only my friends were freaking out, but the people behind me, the people in the back of the class, Jim Wim was shaking in his chair. And then out of nowhere, every single screen in that room turned black. The lights were still on, but every screen turned black and our computers shut down. And that's when Mordecai stood up out of his chair and said, the process has been done. Now at this point, I'm not gonna lie, 12-year-old me, I was shaking as well. Okay, I was like, am I gonna die? Is this guy going to sacrifice me to someone? Unfortunately, that didn't happen. He just decided to get up and walk out of the room. Mr. Vance came back in with a donut in his mouth. And he was like, hey, how you guys doing? And then in about 10 minutes, the computers came back on. And for some reason, everyone went from being completely scared to just being happy. And they act like nothing even happened. They're like, oh, okay, computer's back on. And that was pretty much the end of day one with Mordecai. But it wasn't over. And now I didn't see Mordecai for about a week or two after that initial day when he came to school and like went to the classroom with us. But I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't complaining. So Mordecai ended up not showing up to school for about a week and a half after that initial day, and rumors started to spread when he was away that he was planning a master hack, because pretty much after that, you know, word spread and everyone in the school basically knew that he, well, shut down all the computers. Also, this guy got into no trouble for what he did. Just... How? So when Mordecai ended up coming back to school, he like literally barged through the double doors. Everyone stood back in awe, like, oh my god, it's the hacker man. And I was like, hey, what's up? Yeah, no, I didn't say that. I was pretty scared too. So the second Mordecai came back to school, a teacher did not tackle him to the ground and said, oh my god, I found the hacker. No, they actually ended up not even really knowing. Word spread to the teachers from the students, but the teachers were like, no, Mordecai, he's a good kid, okay? But Steven did see this whole entire Mordecai situation go down, and Steven did stick his foot out in front of Mordecai as he was walking past, and Mordecai did trip and fall, but Mordecai actually turned around and said, Steven, you'll pay for this. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of Cyclops from X-Men, but basically, that was Mordecai, okay? Mordecai had some glasses on, he took them off, and laser beams attacked Steven, okay? So while this was all going down, Mordecai was on his way to his first period class, right? And after he got to the door, he turned around, and keep in mind, the entire school pretty much was staring at him, and he just said this. This school will go down with me and all of my hacking squad. Dude, this guy was nuts. But dude, it gets so much better. After this, he ends up coordinating a whole entire hacking attack against the school. Just the entire saga with this kid, okay, Mordecai the hacker, is so insane. It lasted multiple years, okay? Now, if you guys were to ask me, where is Mordecai today, Dumpy? Prison. I'm pretty sure he's in prison, okay? This guy's hacking career definitely evolved over time from middle school. And if you guys want more story times, basically to go in depth about this guy's story, let me know. I have a ton of experiences with this guy. But yeah, like I said, if you guys want more story times and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like on the video. And also comment down below Mordecai for this far in. Thank you guys so much for all the support recently. And yeah, peace out.